Welcome to today's Explainer. We're jumping right into a story that literally redefines success. We're talking about Thalapathy Vijay's monumental shift from the absolute top of the cinema world right down into the grueling, ground-level trenches of politics. If you're a young professional out there feeling kind of stuck in your career, or maybe you're wondering if you should take a massive leap of faith into a totally new industry, well, you absolutely need to hear this. Let's look at what it takes for a massive icon to willingly walk away from the top 1% of the 1% just to start completely from scratch.
Over 600 crores. Let that number sink in for a second. That's his estimated net worth. We're talking about a level of extreme comfort, global fame, and financial security that spans generations. Millions of fans literally worship the ground he walks on. This is the dream, right? Reaching the absolute top of your field, building a massive empire, and just kicking back to enjoy the incredible fruits of your labor.
And just to put his recent market value into perspective, 100 crores. That is what he was charging for a single film. And no, this wasn't an actor in the twilight of his career just looking for an easy retirement gig, not at all. He was at the undisputed absolute peak of his acting profession. When you command that kind of fee, the entire industry revolves around you. You dictate all the terms.
Which brings us to the $1 million, or 100 crore question. Why leave everything to start from zero? Why would anyone in their right mind walk away from that guaranteed comfort, those massive paychecks, and a totally controlled environment, just to face the brutal, unscripted uncertainties of grassroots politics? Look, walking away from golden handcuffs is terrifying for any professional. But walking away from a 100 crore paycheck, man, that takes a very, very specific kind of mindset.
Section 1. Surviving the bitter beginning.
So to really understand his ability to take on such massive risks today, we've got to look back at his reality growing up. He actually started as a child artist at 10 years old. But behind the scenes, his mother used to sing just to earn 100 rupees a day. And the source material highlights this truly heartbreaking reality. On the days she couldn't go out to sing, there was literally no food cooked in their home. Fast forward to him charging 100 crores per film, and you realize he intimately knows exactly what rock bottom feels like. When you've survived days with absolutely no food, the fear of failing in some new venture, it kind of loses its power over you.
And that struggle didn't just magically stop in childhood. When he made his debut as a lead actor at just 18 years old, a magazine review brutally asked, "Who will pay to see this face?" Can you even imagine dealing with that kind of self-doubt? We all face critiques early in our careers, right? But this was a public humiliation, yet he pushed right through it. It's a really powerful reminder that even the biggest icons out there faced brutal early career rejection and had to build their resilience completely from the ground up.
Section 2. Leaving at the peak.
Navigating the top of your game requires just as much strategy as the climb itself. It takes impeccable timing and setting incredibly strict professional boundaries. From a child artist to a mocked debutante, Vijay slowly built this massive empire. But the year 2020, that is a fascinating turning point. His own father started a political party using Vijay's name. But because Vijay wasn't ready to enter politics just yet, he actually filed a legal case against his own parents to protect his brand. Wow, that is an absolute masterclass in boundary setting. He flat out refused to let anyone else dictate his timeline. And then, 4 years later, in 2024, at his absolute peak, he officially quit cinema entirely on his own terms to form his own political party.
Section 3. Grassroots. The real work.
Now, entering a new industry is one thing, but how you enter it, that's what matters most. Vijay didn't just announce a party and sit back expecting his massive cinema stardom to do all the heavy lifting. No, he spent 2 years doing the unglamorous ground-level work required to build an actual solid foundation. For example, he gave an MLA ticket, which is a huge political opportunity, to his driver's son, who actually ended up winning the election. This wasn't just about plastering a celebrity face on a billboard. It was about stepping completely out of the celebrity bubble and actively elevating common people right there at the grassroots level. Because here's the truth. Yes, popularity brings crowds. Being a massive movie star obviously means people are going to show up just to see you. But true success, that demands ground-level hard work. Past fame in one industry does absolutely nothing to guarantee success in a new one if you try to skip the fundamental hustle. It doesn't matter if you're an actor entering politics or a marketing manager pivoting into tech, the rule remains exactly the same. You just have to do the work.
Section 4. Escaping your comfort zone. So, I want you to think about your own career right now. Are you sitting in a job that feels safe, but maybe, just maybe, it's a little stagnant?
Are you terrified of starting over because you don't want to look like a beginner all over again? Vijay's extreme career pivot is literally the ultimate case study in facing those exact fears. Don't rely on your past successes or popularity to just magically carry you through a new challenge. You've got to do the unglamorous ground-level work. You have to leave your comfort zone because, honestly, that is the only place where genuine growth happens. And most importantly, challenge yourself, even when you feel like you already have everything. You don't have to wait for a crisis to pivot. You can choose to pursue a greater purpose, simply because you want to grow.
We've just watched a man who had reached the absolute, undeniable peak of a highly lucrative industry, and he walked away to start from the dirt up. Now, you haven't reached your peak yet, so what's stopping you from taking a risk? Take a page from this incredible story. Embrace the grassroots hustle, protect your professional boundaries fiercely, and please, don't be afraid to leave comfort in the rearview mirror. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep pushing.